Hey there, it's Chris from New Leaf. Going to show you a couple things about this tank to see if we can get to the bottom of your problem. So first thing I'd like you to do, take off your drip tip, push down on here and pull out your cartomizer entirely. And then if you can actually look on the inside of the cap here, I'm going to try to get as close to the camera as I can. If you look about halfway down and into this metal cap, there's a little black O-ring. Hope that's showing up on the video. And that's on both sides, both caps. And that's what actually makes a seal around this cartomizer. So if you could look down into there and make sure that there is indeed a black O-ring on each cap. If not, then we found the problem. Next up, on your video, I noticed when you put your tank back together, I don't know if you can see that, but this indentation on the cap, notice that there's like an indentation here, but not on this side. It's perfectly flat on the top. This is actually the bottom of the tank. There is a top and bottom, even though it's not super obvious. And the reason that this is the bottom is it has this little cutout here, which goes, this flange thing goes into it, and that helps make the seal, as well as keeping the tank from sliding down too far and going down onto this part of the battery and blocking your airflow and causing worse leakage. So you definitely want to make sure that the flange is here on the bottom. And then as you can see, it sits flush now with the base of the tank instead of having a little lip. If you were to do it this way, just to show you, you can see there's a bit of a lip there. So there is a right and wrong way for this tank. Now for filling, it was difficult to see in your video exactly how you were doing it, but I figured I would give you a bit of a better angle on how we do it here. So you can see the padding material in there that soaks up the liquid. So the first thing you want to do is just a few drops at a time, right along the edge. I recommend holding it at an angle and letting it kind of pour down the sides of the cartridge, because if it gets in that hole directly in the center that you can see, it's going to go right out of here. It's just going to go straight through, and you're going to get juice in your mouth. So just a few drops here and there. And you got to be a little patient when it's a brand new cartomizer. Now I'm sure yours is nice and saturated since you've attempted to fill your tank several times. So as you can see, it's a different color now. Now each one of these cartridges will hold about 20 drops of liquid. It's going to take a good minute or so to get it all in there. But let's pretend that that one's full. So next, what you would do, you are on the right track. You want to push this down, pull this a little bit. Now I try to leave a pretty good gap for myself, because when you're filling the tank, you do not want any more liquid to go into the cartomizer, the metal piece in the middle. You want to avoid that when you're filling it. So I always hold it by the cartomizer like so, and as you can see, I got a good like half-inch clearance, and then stick the top of the bottle in there, and it'll pour right down the side. And as you can see, it's completely missing the cartomizer. And you just want to fill it right to about there. This is one of those tanks that'll never be completely full. Completely full DCT is this. You don't want it any more than that. You want to have a little bit of air bubble, because it does rely on pressure to force juice into the cartridge, as well as if you filled it all the way, it would just pour straight into the cartridge. So yeah, just keep in mind, it's very important to not pour it directly into here, but rather on the side past it, because the more juice you fill in here, it's just going to go straight through the cartomizer onto your battery and then all over your hands, so that's no good. So I think that is about it. Give that a try and let me know how that goes, and we'll take it from there.